getting back to the BDM side, BDM is actually, I believe, the key part from hydrofacial, because people will buy a service, whether they buy a brand, so they don't necessarily buy a system that just do a cleanse and exfoliate. So we need to be strong, and we need to develop the BDM side, because that's the only way we can capitalize on the hydrofacial business model. BDM program, it's a huge question. It's a really important subject, and I discussed with you many times different strategy that we have been using. So let's go first to the fundamental. Hydrofacial, we sell not a system. We sell an experience for the patient, and we sell also a business model to our clinics. So when you finalize the sale with capital equipment, then the work only gets started. That means you can have a system in a clinic. People will not know how to potentialize and maximize all the profit and the benefit from what hydrofacial can offer. So it's really important that you have people dedicated to be able to link and drive the business, and mainly the consumable business for the clinics. And doctors are good doctors, estheticians are good estheticians, but they need some support. They cannot know everything in one. So they need constant support, they need improvement, and each account is totally different. So what we did at the beginning when we started with the BDM, it started for us in a complicated manners, because we had all those tasks that we wanted the BDM to do. We wanted the BDM to be able to audit the clinic, to understand who works, what could be improved, who is going to be doing this, who is going to be doing that, do some events. So it was a lot of work. And in fact, when the BDM entered into the clinic, he didn't know actually what to do. So we decided to shake our model a little bit upside down, and decided that we're going to be doing the work in back office. So that means that we are going to be creating a template, a frame on monthly basis with a marketing team, with the plan that we want the BDM to apply on each account. All the different action is going to be evolving depending on the months, depending on the promotion, depending on the launching of new products, of new booster. So it's actually the BDM follow the full plan that we're having for the expansion in France. And they are the people that are going to be driving the business with the plan that actually we do back office. So what we decided to do, we decided to start with a fundamental. Again, we need to give a frame on monthly basis to define what should be done and how it should be done with each single account. So what we decided is to work with a newsletter. So on the newsletter that we send, it's not a newsletter. We never advertise, we're going to be to this Congress, we're going to be there. That's not the way. We want people to open a newsletter and find some insights, some really useful tools and solutions to improve the business. So we totally changed the way we're doing the newsletter. So most of the time, we start with a promotion. That means that a product that we want to push according to our marketing activities during that period, okay? So first, all the accounts are going to be happy and satisfied to receive the newsletter, because that's a way for them, before having all those different support that we can provide them, to make some saving on the consumable. So it's a good moment for them, to place some order, to wait for the newsletter. Then we orchestrate all the strategy according to the promotion we have. So that means that we're going to have some solid action that's going to be totally linked to the promotion that we have. That's also going to be linked to our marketing activities. So it's like a round circle, and the BDM is in the middle. So actually, he has the first task that the BDM has to do is to make sure that each single of our accounts has opened the newsletter, read the newsletter fully, download all the marketing tools and all the different support that we provide them, to make sure that they get the information, because the basic is having the information. We all know the business of hydrofacial is 50% capital and 50% maybe more for the consumable. So we always need constantly to drive it. But when you want to compensate a BDM on the sales of the products, so we decided that we're going to be doing some small milestones every month, okay, that the BDM must do. And like this, it allows us to create like a way, like a map. So he knows exactly what he needs to do during the month to get his bonuses. So of course, if you do all these action, normally also the consumable should be up, because there's a lot of different events, like signature event, like virtual signature event, a lot of things to drive business to the clinic. But at least we can give him a concrete plan. So everything starts with the newsletter. Then it's a plan with different milestones that they need to complete during the month or over a certain period to gather their bonuses. We found out that this gives much more motivation because the BDM know exactly how to handle his work and know exactly what they need to do to get his bonuses. So they all over it. They really want to do exactly what was said, and also they're having a frame of work. So it's for us, it's the most important. So for year 2021, that's going to be now that we finally get success over a new format to drive the activity of the BDM. We're looking to really expand this particular section. So we're going to be having a new BDM 3 over 2021. We also decided that we're not going to be taking the same kind of profile that we had before, because again, you need to be able to go all the different way, sometimes move with an equipment, do this. So you need to understand the social media. You need to be really inclined to understand all the different ways we market hydrofacial and how also a clinic can market his activity. So we decided that we're going to not take anymore some senior position for those roles. We'll take some people that has enough background and experience, but where we can build them from scratch. That means they want to have the full marketing, the full training, the full patient already booked in. The hard work is to explain that you cannot have it all in one. So we need to structure the way we install them and also manage the expectation from the accounts. It's always a way it's managing correctly and explaining why we want to manage the expectation into a certain agenda, with a temporality into the different action that we're going to be doing. So when the BDM enter really into the position and start supporting the accounts, that means that the account is fully trained and know perfectly how to use the system. So we don't want to provide too much. So it depends, because sometimes the BDM can interact maybe with the marketing department from a big clinic upfront to do the promotion and to help, to introduce this new treatment. But most of the time, the clinics are not structured that way, and it's the same person that's going to be doing the treatment, that's going to be doing the social media. It's really important to empower the clinic with objective, because if you don't have objective, the same way I explained that we need to provide some goals and a clear frame for the BDM, we need to act exactly the same with the clinic, because you cannot go to them and say, okay, we want to sell more, we want to do this, we can do that, we can do that. No, today we're doing this amount of treatment. How many treatment would you like to be doing ideally? Then when you get your score, then you find ways to reach the target. So it's always important to interact with them and to first let them talk, let them express what they want, so we can help them to finalize this action. And it's also really important when we install people, because now people are asking a lot from hydrofacial in France. So they believe that when they're going to be buying a system, we're going to be doing everything. So they think that the system is going to be operating by themselves, that influencers are going to be running to the clinic to make a post, and it doesn't work like this. So also, we want to make sure that we provide the best support from the industry in France, we believe, but we don't provide this support. We're going to be providing this support to work with them. We're not going to be doing the work for them. And that's also something that should be really, it's a clear statement that should be really clear when someone purchases a system, that we're here to develop your business, but we can only develop your business with you. So it's not because you're going to be asking us to do an action. If you have no follow-up, if you have no strategy, if you have no objective, we will be useless. We need to stick to a plan. So we try to really frame the work from the BDM and also frame the activities that we're going to have into the clinics to make sure that we read, as we can see when we reach the target, why we reach it, and also we can understand when we don't make the objective, why we didn't make it. And again, the clinic and the staff take the responsibility for their role, because most of the time we understand that we're here to open the door, but the work should be done by the people working in the clinic. So it's really important not to do too much, but just provide the support and the learning for them, so they can be autonomous, in the way they work, and they can develop with our help, not us developing for them. And that's something that should be really clear with all the new, installation that we're having. Always how to deliver an amazing experience. And most of the clinic, I don't know for different countries, but service has never been the best asset from the French people. So people just wait for the customers to walk in. They ask him to remove the makeup by himself. The person lie down and then he goes. So we explain them that the time that's going to be spending to make this experience special is why the person is going to be coming back to have an hydrofacial as much as the result of the treatment. It's also the reason why they're going to be doing some referral, talking to their friends, talking to their family, and also subscribing to different programs. So it's all, I mean, the biggest part that we're having with most of the accounts is to explain them that this is not a treatment, it's an experience, and they need to make it special. Okay, so that's for me the best action that we can start with. Then after, it's always the visibility. Explain them that you need to be a consistency in the visibility of your offer. It's not because some accounts tell me, Alex, but I've been investing this amount for this campaign. I say, you see, this amount that you invested into this marketing campaign, it's useless because you invest once. So everyone is going to be seeing you for 2 days, 3 days. That's not what you want. It's better to split and to go maybe less, but all the year and play with seasonality. So we explain them the consistency, the service, how you need to always to improve your process internally with the customers, with setting the programs, with a solution for payments. All of this is key. That's how you develop a business, I believe, with the BDM.